All right, I should be there. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just got home from Target. My phone's been blowing up, so I have no idea what the hell's happening. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. All right, I'm sweating in here. Got the AC on. All right, let's do this. So, this is my first time seeing it in like the last like hour. Oh my god, 41K. Oh. Okay. There's a good bounce. Damn. I thought we were going straight to hell. 38K is right there though. That's fucking scary. All right. Let's see. I need some music. Hold on a second. Can you guys hear me okay or no? Let me pull my other input out. My green screen's not even set up correct. I'm a fucking mess today. Alright. Off 11. That's my lighting. Okay. Wow. This is beautiful. You know what? Where's my phone? I haven't even checked my profit yet. I have a feeling that BTC is looking really pretty for me right now. Come on, Bybit. Oh my god. Wow. Should I flash? Should I flash it on my phone? Does it count if I'll just say that I am up pretty much almost what I made it a year at my job. Is my audio? All right, cool. Thanks, Ruben. So, let's take a second to look and talk about what's going on here. Turn my audio down. Let's clear the charts. Let's go to a 2 hour. So, wow, this zoomed out looks amazing. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate it, bud. Hold on a second. I think she will. She can almost smell 38K. Hold on. Monitor. Why can I hear this? Hang on one sec. All right. Nope, that cuts my mic out. Okay, let's go deal with it. So, this goes to the bigger picture here. Obviously, if you follow, I'm sure all the people watching right now is from Kite's Discord. So I'm just going to talk to you guys like you know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I think you have an A, B, C here. B, and then best case scenario, I guess a flat, if not a, this turns into a 1, 2, or a bigger A, B, C, and this was the bottom. But I'm going to assume that this is a bigger A with a bigger B, and now we're continuing down to a bigger C. Now the target for that, if I'm going too fast, please, if you guys have any questions at all too, why not ask me? This is the time to do it. Wow. Wow. That, I wish I was at my computer. I don't know if I would have taken it. I think I might hedge it if it comes back above here. But this to me, now I don't trade this way, but this looks impulsive. I only say that because I think this is a faster move that I think is going to be more aggressive than most people think. Price likes to wick down a lot faster than it does to pump. So let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, desktop. All right, so and if that's the case, what are we looking at here? Now, price wants to come down in waves of 3. Whether you think this move is impulsive or corrective, always got to come down in 3. And if it's quote unquote impulsive, that in this 5-wave move, there's going to be segments of 3. So right here, A, B, C, clear as day. Clear as day. Now, within this, there might be an A, a bounce, maybe to retest the break to confirm resistance, into a C. That's what I'm going with just off the top of my head. I don't think I want to. I gotta cash out. Fuck, I should have cashed out when we were down here. I wish I knew how far we dropped because I wanted to not surprise, but I wanted to surprise myself and just kind of let you guys see my actual real-time reaction. But that's fine. ETH, let's see how is ETH doing. Oh my god. ABC. Same thing with ETH. Now ETH is a lot messier in my opinion. Going to a 4-hour. This is garbage. Garbage structure. And to be honest, I'm kind of mad because I had a lot of money up here I could have bought. And anyway, that's a different story. But this to me does not look good. Let's see where the fibs want her to go. Where does she want to go? Where does she want to go? Pretty much same thing. You were pretty close to the 0.441, which is usually the take profit zone if you're trading the ABC method. From a local low perspective, let's see if I zoom out. There's nothing really significant until 2440, and that's not even that significant. The fact that this was one giant uptrend with no real pullbacks doesn't really give me much confidence of where this can bounce from. Now, if you want to, I don't use this to trade. You can use this if you like to see where things could go. That's what I do. I don't recommend you doing that. But something called a trend base fib extension. Now, from what I know, it seems like an ABC wants to correct to the 1-to-1. Now, I'm not looking for that whatsoever. I'm basing my targets based off the fib retracement of the previous trend, and also trying to base it to see if there's any local lows in that area. I mean, there's that one, but I'm not counting that. I think there's nothing really significant until about 24.40. I think I'm also in an Aave position. Let's see how Aave is doing. Okay. I was wrong there. I'm going to go back to 4 hour just to see. Okay. So based off this previous uptrend, Aave wants to go to... Wow, it hit the 0.441 target. I think I'm going to take profit on Aave. Aave wasn't a big position anyway for me. Let's see. Just give me one moment here. You know what? I'm going to show you guys. Let's see if it'll focus. I'm not going to pull it up on the desktop. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. Let's see. Is she going to focus? Oh, of course. It's green. Hold on. I'm going to turn off the green screen for a second. Filters. Oh, nope. There, you can see the green screen for a second. Let's see. Come on. She's not going to focus. Let's see. I think I turn autofocus on this. Let's see. Oh, she's... Oh. If I fuck with that. Okay. She's not going to work with me. Oh, now you can see too much of me. Cool. So I'm going to take profit. It's $3,372.26. Confirm. Wow. That was a good trade. And I made a killing off of funding. Okay. No, it was BTC that was... Okay, in the beginning of this Aave trade, I held this thing for a month. Actually, I got it in at this right here. So when did... 17th of August. So yeah, I've been holding this for a month. At the peak, funding was paying me $9 a day, $10 a day, and I was I was wrong. $20 a day. No, that's 20. That's in one payment. Let's see, 14, 20. One day was $52. So for a solid, I would say like 3-4 days straight, I was making $50 a day. Once it kind of settled down and calmed down, I was pulling in like only $5, but still, that on top of the profit. Well, I'm actually very excited. That felt good. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is the biggest setup of... So like how many... Sorry, Ruben, I just got to see your comment here. How many short positions did you play? I played 3. I'm currently holding a BTC short. I was holding an Aave short at 429.30. That was my let's see. I used a 1% stop. That was a 31. I got ETH. Let me show you my ETH position. Plot it out for you. You can see my alert for my stop. I got it on this right here. The reason why I got it right here, because I understood that. Nope. that this was an ABC. This wick was not that kind, but I'm counting this. We got a double top here, so I'm going to count that as an A, just to make it a little bit easier. A, B, C, B, C. Now during this uptrend, I knew once that we got above or at the level of the A, I knew that I had to look for a smaller ABC. So once I zoom in here, you had this uptrend, downtrend, uptrend B. This became your point of entry. So I got in here, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to be honest. I think I'm going to take this down further. I don't want to be greedy, but I think she can come down to at least 24.45. Oh, I just realized my video capture device filters. Sorry. Come on. Cool. See how LTC is doing. Oh, LTC. Wow. So I haven't touched this chart in almost since down here. And look at this. I guess, yeah, this resistance became support. I won about 149.65. Now let's see if you were to play AB. Wow, that's a terrible ABC. ABC. Ugh, I don't like that at all. But where would you take profit at on LTC? You would have taken profit, man. Yeah, 160, 178. Sushi. If you guys want me to look at anything else that's on Bybit, let me know. Yeah, you would have taken profit on sushi. Now, what was this trade? I didn't play this. One of the mistakes I learned that I'm going to share with you guys is that I used to be a crackhead. I mean, I could still sit here and pick apart ABC entries, but I learned to take a step back. I was playing a lot more positions than I should have, and definitely bit me in the ass. I will not deny that. And that pump, or that previous uptrend we were in before everything dumped, really, I took a hit because of it. Wasn't being smart, using too much. I was risking or exposing too much of my portfolio to too many trades at once. So I would have been at 25. ADA, XRP. XRP was actually one of the first coins to go last night. I was watching, who is it? Jim of All Trades. Another guy on YouTube. He's an Elliott Wave trader. He plays on from the traditional aspect of which to be honest, I just think it's too much. And I do like enjoying see how he picks this apart. But I was watching his stream and I noticed that XRP was kind of the first one to start dumping. And that's when I saw BTC, and that's when I came up with that's when the market maker spoke, as like Ruben likes to call me. I'm just a fish. I eat no whale. So I'm looking for an ABC. Let's look at the next potential step. An ABC to complete this, or you just come wick right back up. I don't think it's going to. I could be wrong. ABC here. Take all the three previous trends involved. Let's just say it goes down a little bit more. This is just a assumption. You're gonna play off of this wick. You're looking to come back to about 47K, and then a continuation. That's I'm looking at the way this previous trend was structured and just seeing how things look up and how they align, and just how I would say the velocity of this trend was compared to this downtrend. Like this took, actually I need to get the ruler, 48 days, so about a month and a half. We're almost back 50% of this entire trend. Yeah, we hit the 50% mark, and I'm almost positive it's been less than half of that time. It's gotta be. And I guess price likes to come down way faster than it likes to pump. 13 days, half the time. Unbelievable. He's a crackhead. Jim is a crackhead. And I mean, I don't really say anything. I kind of just like to watch and just see how people, like, what their thought process is. And it's too much. Like, you guys can't be playing like that. Like, I'm curious to see how he talks in the Discord and what he I guess not indicates, but what he thinks is going on in real time. Because he kept saying, we need a higher high. We need a higher high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that technically should be the case, but I've seen it too many times. You expect one thing, usually never happens. Especially when you're looking at bigger trends. For some reason, looking at things in pairs of threes just works so much better. And you would have got a perfect entry. So I think that's about really what I wanted to talk about. Now I'm going to throw this out there because I do like the idea of tracking fib extensions. Do not ever expect price to touch fib extension targets. Just my opinion. You got to use previous price action. But going based off local lows. All right. Now, if I pull the fib extension, if this is an A, this is a B. A plus B equals C. So pull the fib extension here. The 1-to-1 is 17K. That is a lot. That is a lot. I personally don't think that's gonna happen. But that's just pointing from an ABC perspective. My target, I guess middle of the road scenario, not bullish but not bearish, is a retest of 29. That's where I have my take profit set up. If I wanted to be greedy, I would probably target maybe 22, 20, 26. I'm not being aggressive. I tried back here to play the bottom. And of course, the one time when I gave up, it pumped. I'm not doing this again. Learning to stick to a plan, especially on this ABC on a larger scale. I can get away with holding this if I wanted to. It's because it's a valid reason, in my opinion. Having this C as a last extension is a valid reason. Oh, absolutely. I have money now. I will take out loans
You want to see me be a fucking crackhead? I will sell my car. I will sell everything to buy a BTC at 17K. Everything I have. And then I can ask one Lambo. Ruben, you have any questions for me? Or the other guy who's in here? I appreciate you watching. Ruben, I appreciate you hanging out with me. You the man. Let me get rid of... It doesn't have to be anything about charts. Like, it can be basically like some people ask me how I build my account. I don't know if you heard me ever talk about that, or I was actually on Kite's stream back in March, and I kind of briefly talked about some stuff like that. I don't know if you guys know my story or not. I do want to make a video about that. It's not gonna be me hiding behind a chart. I actually have an idea, where I kind of want to sit down and really talk to you guys about what's possible trading. And I kind of want to use myself as an example of what can you do. Not about if you can do it, it's about what you can accomplish. Because I truly believe, like, I'm no one special. If I can do it, you can do it. It's something that, and there's people in my inner circle that see me do it. And some of them play the markets not like me, though. Some of them don't understand why I am, how I got to where I was, the methods that I used, the way I grew as a trader. But no one really wants to take those steps. You never heard of that storyline? Would you like to hear it, Ruben? I'll tell you a story. So, I wanted to say something. People think that having EMA ribbons, a bunch of EMAs, using certain MACD settings, making sure the RSI side divergences, using Market Cipher, using all this, and to me, it's not ideal. And I was actually having a conversation with a buddy of mine. I usually get together with a few different groups of close friend groups of mine, and use this one group that I'm in is we're all, I guess, investors. We're not investors, but we have money in the markets. And of course, like, I'm the guy who pretty much knows what we're talking about, but everyone else is a genius in their own way, which is fine. But one of the guys trying to talk crypto with me, and he's trying to show me, when I say, look, there's a good chance we're going to go down to 38 minimum. No way. No, impossible. My Bollinger Band bottom is here. My 1500 SMA is here. I get it, but at the same time, you realize those bands and everything move as price action goes down or goes up. All right, Ruben. I'm going to sit back and relax. You know, let's while you do this, let's put on a 5-second chart, just for you, Ruben. So, this all started back in 2020, I'm about to say March. Back when COVID was first starting to take off and becoming a serious issue. I don't know if you're from the States, Ruben, but here in the States, they pretty much, where I live, they shut down majority of businesses, and they set a lot of people home. and they kind of just fed us stimulus checks. Between the stimulus checks I was getting from the state and the bonuses I was getting from the government, I was making about $1,000 a week, $1,100 a week, something way more. I think it was I think it was 1,100. And at the time, I'm only working a job that pays me $300, maybe $400 a week, nothing crazy. And at the time, I was kind of in the midst of really wanting to figure something out, because I was getting to the point in my life where I have stuff like health insurance bills coming up, and I was really starting to get tied up in the rat race. So, during that time, I tried to figure out something. Now, I tried a lot of things. I tried doing stuff like reselling stuff on the internet, stuff I found like on the side of the road. I went to garage sales, like good old Gary V. I would resell stuff online. Made a couple bucks, nothing crazy, enough to pay for like half my gas tank a week, which is only like $10-15, like nothing serious, nothing I can significantly do with it. And I was introduced to crypto back in 2018, back when ETH was at, I want to say, I can tell you where exactly I got it on ETH. I want to show you this. I got in on Ethereum. Oh wait, no wait. I'm going back to I might need to go to like a 2-day. Here we go. So I got in on Ethereum right about, it was like right around, it was towards my dad's birthday. It's like the beginning of February. Alright, I would say like right around here. Around 1,025, 1,040, 1,050. So my cousin was really big into crypto at the time, and I knew nothing about it. So I said, screw it, I'll put a couple $100 in. I learned pretty damn fast that you can lose your money pretty quick in crypto. So I ended up cashing out. Lost, I would say, like 50%. Let's see if I bought. Pretty sure I bought like 1,050. 46, yeah, about 50% of my holdings, or my value in holdings. So I realized that I didn't know what I was doing, so I stepped away, wanted to take a step back and really figure out something else, something that was more stable, I guess. Sure enough, nothing worked out, and for some reason, just by the way everything played out, just the timing of everything, I came across. Let me take a step back. While I was at home trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, essentially, and figure out how to make a better living, I actually came across Market Cypher. And at the time, I would say around coronavirus time, I was pretty heavy into Market Cypher. I bought a year subscription, and I think I spent $1,000, which is a lot of money to me. And I sat there and I like studied it. I did my best. Tried to make some trades. Was kind of just breaking even. Nothing crazy. Wasn't making good money. Wasn't losing that much. Overall, I couldn't really complain. I would say it at the COVID dump. I kind of wish I had Market Cypher now to really kind of show you the signals, but I don't. But I'm just going to say this. During the COVID dump, they were throwing yellow X's the entire time. And the yellow X's obviously, I think, stood for manipulation. So I was going short. Pom. And I remember cashing out. At the time, I only had like $200-300 in my Bybit account. And I want to say my first trade I cashed out like $60. And I ended up going short again. I made another like 80. Blew my mind, the percentage gains based on that account size. And I was like, oh shit, this is actually something that's pretty interesting. So really wanted to dive into Market Cypher more. And I'm sure a lot of I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who pretty much started in the same situation as me, or at least was on the same path. So, ironically, I was sitting home one day, maybe like a week into being at home, or a couple weeks, maybe like 3 weeks. Had like $2,000 saved out of $3,000, and I came across Kite's channel. Started watching Kite, and at the time, this is when he started his first account challenge, where basically he said that he can take $100 and turn it into $100,000. And in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. But, I'll give this kid a shot. I was listening to him, see what he has to say. And I noticed that the way he laid out his chart, he was not using any crazy indicators, using basic support and resistance, maybe MACD at the time. RSI I don't think was really a thing. But using patterns and using support and resistance. So in my head, I'm like, how are you supposed to make money if you don't know what's going to happen? But little did I know that price structure was very easy to trade, and you really didn't need indicators at all. So, decided to join Kite on his little challenge and see what I can do with. I think I had maybe $2,500. The first trade that I ever made while doing this challenge was April. It was in April. I think it was this breakout. Actually, I have to go to BTC. There was a breakout long on BTC. Now, Kai will definitely give you a better answer, but I'm pretty sure I gotta go there. It was one of the first. I guess it was the first breakout trade that I've ever seen. Oh, would you look at that? Here's that fractal I charted out before the dump. Anyway, it was just breakout right here. Yep, around the 23rd. So at the time, you would have played around there. So I cashed out. I got it on a breakout long here. Came back, retested, and eventually formed a triangle. And it broke out. So I held this, and I cashed out like about here. Nothing crazy, but at the time I was using 100x, and I was using 10% risk. 10%. Because he was using 100, so I said, you know what? If I have 10 times the amount, I'm going to use 10 times less. It was a 1% stop, like liquidation, all or nothing kind of thing. Maybe I didn't make $2,000. I made about like $1,100 on a breakout trade. I know if I held it, I remember specifically remembering cashing out early. I said, you know what, this is good enough, $1,000, and then I ended up would have made $4,000. And then right there and then, right at that very moment, it clicked. This is something. Yes, 10% risk is something you should never use. But I understand now. I get it from a lot of people's perspective, especially who are starting out, that you have to go all or nothing, pretty much all or nothing, and that's scary. Looking back, it was $2,000 of house money. Thank you, Donald Trump. Trump checks are literally the reason why I'm here right now. Donald Trump checks. I maybe had $200 of my own money, but the rest was house money, and that's why I didn't care. I was making $1,000 a week. I had $300 of bills a month. I was eating Chick-fil-A at least once a day. I was being a fat fuck because of that, but I was also, I didn't care. I was spending the money. People were out buying PS5s or pre-ordering PS5s at the time. I bought this chair during that time. It was $100, around $150. And I took the rest of that money and compounded it. by the time BTC got to here, no, yeah, in June. Once BTC got to about this level, about 10K, I turned $2,000 into about, I think it was like 17K. And at the time, I was looking for a bigger spot buy. Decided to go back to Ethereum. And Ethereum, if you remember what happened back then, was forming a giant double bottom. Right here. Might need a bigger time frame. Right here. Here's the neckline. I think you know what a double bottom is, but once we got into about here, I bought about $10,000 worth of Ethereum at about $300, and I just kept sprinkling, and I took the rest of that money out, so I was able to save up another $5,000 from the checks. Use that to trade. Dumped about $10,000 here and kind of DC'd the rest at about $500. So my buy-in was at like 320, and you can figure it out from there. I sold, see, with like a 350 average, I sold at about, I think it was about 2,800 or something like that. 28 to 2,900, pretty much where we're at right now. Just 6.5x. Let's go do the math pretty quick. 15,000 times 6.5. That's all I did. And an opportunity like that has never come up in my life. And that's pretty accurate. That's all I'm gonna say. So, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot in that time frame, and it gave me the opportunity to learn while prices were climbing, because I knew that I had such a good buy-in that I could take something that was still house money. Mind you, that other $5,000 was still house money. I was out of work for 3 months. So for 3 months, about $1,000 a week, you do the math. $12,000. About. Yeah, I would say it was less than 3 months. I'd say like 2.5. Yeah. So I'm going to say that I'm lucky. I am honestly, and I thank God every day. I wake up, I look at these charts, and I just think what I was able to accomplish. And I always say to myself, it's not that hard. Anyone can do this, guys. Anyone. You just got to understand. Each got to learn. The edge that you can have against 95% of the people doesn't take that much, to be honest, to learn, to understand at least. And I knew that me buying down here was an opportunity of a lifetime. And now I don't use that crazy risk. I don't. Not my entire portfolio is dedicated to trading anymore. I learned that using my portion of the portfolio to leverage trade is safe money. And if I can take that and grow into a lot, amazing. I did a good job. But I understand now that I could be greedy and use the whole thing, but I'm not. If I would have did that, I would have been in a much worse spot. I'll tell you that. Quick story. When Ethereum was first dumping in this area right here, I was trading traditional LA Wave with Kite. I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much copied his moves for the most part. But I was trying to understand. I started about the break at 1200, somewhere around here. This before my trades right now, the biggest trade I ever made was about, I think it was a break of here. A break of here to here. So 20% on leverage. I made $4,000. $4,000. And I just kept buying the dips, longing the dips, taking breakouts. Well, not taking breakouts. I forgot what I was doing, but I was trying to trade traditional wave. I turned $1,000 into $30,000. 30,000. You know what's messed up? By the time we got down to this bottom, I cut that in half. So my thought process, I was like, hey, if I can take 1,000, making the 30, I could take 30 and turn it to 100, if not more. Obviously, that's you hit a good streak. You just gotta let it, count your blessings, because stuff like that does not last. Obviously, it didn't last for me. So, over the course of time, I still ended up being profitable, but nothing like I could have been trying to trade this. And the beauty of it is I can sit here and mess up all day. But going back to my spot bag, I look at it every couple weeks. It just keeps growing. So, that's the gist of my story. I think I was pretty concise about what I wanted to say. I think I might have been all over the place. Who knows? Sorry if I was, but I guess that's the highlight of my trading career. Thank you for listening, Ruben. I appreciate you. So, if you're ever in a situation where you get free money, be smart with it. It could change your life. Of course, man. And I want to get my story out there. And to be honest, I think I really kind of want to take the path that some people on here are doing, and I kind of want to help people. That's what I want to do. I think that that's a good direction for me to take from a morality standpoint, if that makes sense. Is if I can help one person get into a similar situation like me, that's all I want. Because people in my friend group, like, the reason why I hopped on here out of the blue is because I was at Target literally while everything was dumping. My phone was blowing up. I have a group chat with about 10-15 people where we just talk about crypto and stuff. Most of it's a bunch of BS memes and all that, but people, when it comes to serious stuff or questions, people always ask me. Give them my thoughts, whether they want to do with that, they can. I offer to teach them. A couple of them have. Out of that group, I would say I sat down with like 4 or 5 of them. Pretty much showed them everything from soup to nuts about what you need to do to become a decent trader. Because that's all I am. I'm a decent trader. I am not good. Kites always says he's bad. I'm worse than Kite. But yet, I still made money. So, that's what I want to do. I want to teach. I want to be able to help someone get to where I was, or at least where I am right now. If I can do that, I'd be happy. And to be honest, being in the business of education is pretty good. I don't know if you've seen some of the people make on Discords, and especially when it comes to trading and stuff. And people are good. I think I'm good too. And if I can, that's all I want to do. If I can get paid doing something that I want to do, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try at least. But Ruben, for you, man, if you ever need any help, you've been here since day one. I appreciate you. You and who else is watching? I want to see who else is watching. Can I see that? I don't think I can. No. Well, whoever the other person is, thank you for hanging out with me, Ruben. Oh, is it John? The other John? Hey John, if it's you watching, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my rant. Maybe you've heard my story, maybe you haven't. Whoever the other person is, but I think that's all I want to discuss on that. And let's just say if this plays out the way I want to, I've shared the knowledge to like different people, but they don't have you. Oh yes, people don't like losing. People do not like losing one bit, and that's people just are focused on win rate and not R&R. Yep. If you want to do that, trade the MACD strategy. That might give you a better win rate. Your payouts aren't going to be as nice. Let them. More money for us, Ruben. But it's kind of sad to say this, but it's results that motivate people, not the process. If I had told, like, look guys, you can make $100,000 just trading ABCs, I'm gonna get a little bit more attention. I don't want that to be the message of what I'm trying to preach here, but so a lot of people aren't capable of listening, or at least being okay with losing 10, 15, 20 times. 'Cause that's that's what happened to me. When everything was on an uptrend, I took every single short I could have. Let me give you some examples. I took this short, the tiniest, did okay, got stopped. Took this ABC, stopped. Took this ABC, stopped. ABC, stopped. I'm gonna be honest. As soon as the price got to about here, where this first A wave came, I was taking every single opportunity. When I definitely clearly shouldn't have, I was. Yeah, the what do you call it? The oh, hold on. Where's the link to the stream? So, anyway, what I was saying. You're 100% right, Ruben. I'm telling you, like, I lost a lot of money. I ain't not gonna lie. Being stupid, using 0.5% stops. Risking. First, I was doing about 0.5%. Then I was doing, once we got up here, I started using 1%. Took a serious hit. Let me tag. Sorry, I'm like multitasking the Discord too. Okay. So let's see how this plays out. I'm looking for maybe one more low. Shorty BT. Oh yeah. People were getting way too excited over this. This did not look, how do I say this? Did not look healthy. I just don't understand why people get way too bullish. And when I tell people, like, that same guy who pretty much said that, like, pretty much told me to my face, he wasn't being a dick about it, but he was just like, no way, no shot going to 38K. I'm gonna see him on Wednesday. I'm just gonna be like, so what happened here? What happened? I'm not always right, but when I'm right, I'm pretty right. That's all I'm gonna say. People who tried shorting the stop, then I have a good time. Over here for a long time, not a good time. So I want to say I got stopped maybe 15 times. So let's say the first handful were about 0.5. Oh, my light died? Damn it. The first handful of times was about 0.5%. So I'd say 2 to 5. I lost 2 to 5% my trading account. Once we got up to here, I lost about another 10-15%. Manipulation. I can't do it like Kite does. Yeah. And another thing is like, if people trade based off of what people are saying in the news after, like, I had someone come up to me during the pump and, like, ask me about, like, the Amazon, well, no, it's not FUD, but the Amazon news. I don't give a shit about what Amazon wants to do. Does not interest me one bit. And it's crazy to see how people can, like, people want to gravitate towards those ideas of what's going on, what they call, the news or the FUD. People want to gravitate reasons for price action towards that, not towards chart analysis, not towards healthy market moves or market patterns. They want to say, oh, well, we had a death cross on an SMA and Chinese FUD. Like, seriously? Come on, guys. Come on. I'm just so happy because I spent like $2,000 on a guitar that I probably shouldn't have bought, and I just made it up on that ETH short. Ooh, so my girlfriend will not be mad at me anymore. She was so pissed. People have their toys. Oh, thank you so much. You missed story time. I was telling Ruben here about my journey as a trader, or what the process was going through for me, and what I was able to do. If you might have heard it on Kite Stream. I kind of briefly talked about it when I was on there back in March. If you ever want to see that, if you guys haven't seen that, hey Grant Calvin, what's up? I appreciate you stopping by. So my watch is dead. Kind of just here hanging out. But so if you guys, what was I saying? Yeah, everyone has their expensive hobbies. Oh no, my camera. Hold on a second. Eric, what's up, buddy? You just got. Hold on. You're about to see. I'll show my face in a second. My camera battery died, and I had one of those external ones, but it took a shit on me. Yeah, I'm just looking for. I'm looking for a just a slightly lower low. I know. My camera's off. The battery died. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have this whole setup here. I can't figure out how to get the camera stand back on. I had what you call it, one of those external batteries, but it just ended up like burning up or something like that. I was on a video call with Kite a while ago, and it burnt out. Let's see. Am I back? Come on. I'm back. Awesome. Okay. That should be a full battery, so we're going to be here for a little bit. Eric. Are you the one who lives by me, dude? We talked for a while before. We got to get a drink, man. I know you always ask me, but I was being a bad friend. I had some stuff going on, being a bad friend. Yeah. So lower C. Oh, some of you guys missed out. But basically, what I like to see is within this last leg, there's going to be another ABC. And then from there, you can look for a retracement. I've been in the shadows, but I've been around. I never left. Jersey boys, yeah. You know, I was actually down by you the other day. Down in where was it? Branchburg? I think it's over by where you were. I met up with a cousin of mine who lives down. Where does he live? He lives down west of kind of where you are. I met him up in Branchburg. We had some nice burgers. Had a good time. He's actually the one who got me into crypto, and it's kind of fucked up. But we both kind of flipped. He was actually doing really good. I started out with nothing, and then the tides turned. That's all I'm gonna say. Gary, if you ever watch this, I love you. Love you, cuz. I want you to get back into trading, man. Let me teach you the way of the ABC. So let's see. Yeah, so if you're looking for a true reversal, I don't think you're just going to get one wick. You could. I don't think so. You might have something of. I think this is a retest. You want to have one more lower low. Definitely, man. You know what? I'll even come down by you. I actually like the area down there. Morristown kind of sucks. Morristown's got good food. Anyway. I was kind of going over possible retracement targets based off of extensions. I don't know if you guys missed that. But I do not make trades off of this whatsoever. And please do not. But I was showing it's a good idea of where you can possibly try to figure out where price wants to go. That's kind of a ballpark area. So with the trend-based extension, I think it's A, B. So the 1-to-1 is calling for 38K. Obviously, don't go just based off of that. Yeah, I don't like alts have done me dirty the past couple months. Alts have done me dirty. But the 1-to-1 extension 38.157, closest area is about 37 or 37.2. So always when you're trading, when you're looking for fib retracement targets or fib extension targets, go back to the basics. Just use local lows as a better source or region to either take profits or look for a position on. So let's see what happens. You guys want me to go over anything? Sometimes I pull up these charts and I don't know what I was looking at. A, B, disgusting, C, trash. Let's see. Sushi. Oh yeah, plotted out possible sushi short. Check out Seoul. Bybit. Is the Bybit chart a good one? I know Seoul is fairly new. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we did get a lower low. Let me just go to a smaller time frame. Oh yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is just an example. Sometimes, once you get towards the, this is a 15. I probably would look for something bigger, to be honest. But once you get to, oh, I don't have the lines drawn. A, B, C. Once you get into that third wave C, you want to look for an ABC within it. Just as a, I guess, as a secondary confirmation, I would say. So once you got, I mean, this is a textbook ABC. I personally, I wouldn't touch this. I wouldn't touch Seoul. Target for that. Fib's a little bit off. Did you take that position, Eric, or no? Did you take it up here at 133, or did you go down to this lower ABC? $17. Not bad. Let's see where you would have taken it here. Now, that's if you wanted to scalp it. I don't think, if you're looking at the bigger ABC, your targets are about 176. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to. It's a 31. That's insane. Still at 12. Not bad. No, not touching it. Got wrecked too many times on ult, so I'm waiting. Yep, I don't blame you. I'm the blame you. So that's a quick little Seoul analysis. If you're looking for a quick scout, that's something I would have done. Based off the good old ABC. I wonder, did I? Hold on. I had a conditional set, I think, on BTC. I could be wrong. Nope, I did not. Shit. Alright, it's all good. I'm probably going to be looking to take... Crap. I thought I had a conditional set up. We do it live. Do it live, fuck it. But I took a 0.5. I just want to see what this is. I don't think I'm going to take this. You know what? I'm gonna dabble. GZ, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. This guy I saw it popped up on my phone. Thank you guys for tuning in as well. I think I want to. I appreciate you guys stopping by and supporting. Like I said, I'm new to this, so take it easy on me. But my goal is to just, hang out with you guys and just show you from someone who's just a regular dude. Someone who trades. I'm no one special. And that's really what I want to emphasize here. I started out with nothing. I made good money off of stimulus checks. House money. And I think that could be applied to if you guys have a good paying job as well. Now, if you want, I can. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. I want to do a video sometime soon about basically tips and tricks on how to integrate trading full time with. Thank you. Does it sound okay? This is a Rode NT1. I got it for. To be honest, I don't know why I remember why I bought it. Fuck, am I really? How quiet am I? Hold on, let me see something. Thank you for pointing that out. I need to go to see it. There's got to be a compressor on here. Filters. Come on, give me. Oh, you do have a noise gate. Huh. Okay. See, I didn't know you can. Appreciate you, man. Is this any better? Just let me know if it's too much or. It's on my end. This is the problem I had. Ruben, shout out to you. Thank you for pointing that out. But on my. I'll whisper it. Tonight she bleeds. Tonight she bleeds. I'll get yelled at if I scream that. Alright, cool. Okay. So what I was just saying is I want to talk about it. How to manage a job. Time. That's the goal for all of us. What I want to. What I was saying before is that you guys can do this. You can't sit here and speak, but very blessed. A good situation going. Just doing nothing. Stimulus money, house money. Shit. Is it like clipping? Sometimes I have to. Is this any better or no? Second. Okay, is this any better? Do I have to speak like a certain volume? Maybe if I turn the gain up on the mic a little bit. Yeah, I know. I kind of figure it was my mic issue. I don't know what's going on. Is this any better? You know what? I'm just gonna turn off the gate. I turned on. Is this any better? Now you guys are probably gonna be hearing my air conditioner on in the background. I tried turning on the noise gate. All right, cool. All right. Anyway, so what was I saying? Awesome, cool. The volume good though? That's my biggest issue. Maybe. Okay. We'll keep it there. I think it's at a good. I have a compression filter on, so it should be a little bit better. Anyway, so the biggest challenge for me working transitioning was trying to find a balance between. Yeah, I can go over that again. Let me just finish my thought before I forget. So, the hardest part about transitioning from not trading to full time is that in between part. Now, if you guys have your bills in line, can't sit here and promise that you guys are gonna have the same scenario I did. But if you guys can get yourself to where you can save money and dedicate a portion of your income to building a portfolio along with that trading, that is where the money is. The money is being able to compound that. So yeah, I'll go over Sol one more time, but that's something I do want to talk about because there's some things that are always highlighted in trading, but there's little things that people don't really understand or don't know what it's like going through certain things unless like you actually go through it, and hopefully I can save some of you some steps. Sol. USDT. All right, so quick Sol analysis here. Gigantic pump here. I'm calling this the end of an uptrend. I could sit there and draw a giant parabolic curve all day. So, did it bottom here? Okay, let's call this the. This came out of a triangle though. Yeah, it's kind of a messy one. So let's call this one an uptrend from this low. If the rest of the market was to correct, and if you're in a short, I'd be looking for about the 107 region to take profit. From a local low standpoint, that kind of lines up with this low here. I think this is a significant one in my opinion, or one of the more significant lows you should be looking for, about 103. If you're not in a short, looking to take a hedge long position or a long position, I would say, unfortunately, if you did not catch a long back here, you missed the boat. Whoops. Now, I'm only going to draw the fibs based off this ABC here. ABC. Once you establish that, if you're able to get into a trade, pull the fibs. Your target for that long should be about 150.84. Now, depending on how aggressive you are, there's two different entries here. Me personally, if we came back down here, came back up, I took it and got stopped, I'm looking for the next low to take a position off of, because I understand that within this last C wave you're gonna have an ABC. Now, will it work out? Who knows? But I'm gonna take a position if I was watching this real time. 0.441 is a 15 risk reward ratio. That is the first. If you're looking to take a good, decent position on this for the shorter term time frame, that's what I'd be looking for as a take profit zone at about 150.84. And if that's the case, you're gonna probably find something like this. This was one giant ABC. And probably, if things are going to pull back, this would be your A. You know what? I'm going to draw this with just regular trend lines. It's going to be a little bit. So A, B, C. That makes an A. Then you're going to have something like A, B, C come up here, which creates your B. And then you're going to have another continuation somewhere around here. And I think that's going to line up. Yeah. I like this. Something like that. I think it looks good from a structure standpoint and also from a target area from the larger trend. Let's see, gone too long at 133.6. Cool. 133.6. Oh, so you took it on this one. Okay, so that was my other option. Yep. That's a good area to take profit. That's a 13 and 13.15. Awesome. That's a good trade, buddy. I'm sure you caught it on the way. I mean, you might have gotten stopped out maybe twice, if I'm correct. One. We got stopped out once. Sorry, my bad. I'm not sure if you took it on the way up back here, but still good setup. And if it continues down, A, B, C. So I'll save that. See what happens. Aave, I actually took profit on an Aave short I've been holding. My entry was, I was going over this with Ruben before. I'm not sure if he's still in here. I got in about this at this ABC here. Just took profit on it. 31. Okay, cool. All right. You know, I'm going to add that to my list, actually. So for the near future, if you guys want me to look at it. Soul made the cut. Did you listen to what I had to my BTC analysis or ETH? Long story short, with BTC, I'm looking for a retest. This could have been just a one touch thing, and it could retrace from here. Me personally, I'm looking for one more leg down. Hey, what's up, Ruben? I thought you left me for a second. So there's another coin I want to look at. I forgot. I think that's really it. It's exciting times, guys. Exciting times. What a time to be alive. Especially if you're long, I'm sorry. if you're long-term bullish, I'm sorry. It's gonna be a little bit painful, but it needs to happen. I don't know if you guys watched my first video. Thank you if you did, thank you, because that was like a very one time. You know what? I'm just gonna record and see what happens and just throw it on there just to do it, because I know if I just kept making excuses, I wasn't gonna do it. So thank you for watching that if you did. But basically, if you heard it from Kite, you've got to hear it from me. We need to have some sort of decently sized pullback before we can even consider getting to new highs. I'm looking, for me personally, anywhere from 37K. It's a good area. Ideally 29, but I'm taking it step by step. I'm not rushing it. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. So I think that's all I want to talk about, really. I'm gonna start wrapping things up here, guys. Any last minute thoughts, questions, concerns, opinions? Do you guys like hanging out? For those who stop by, I appreciate you stopping by. Ruben, you the man. GZ, also, thank you for the sub. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting with me. If you guys wanna ask, how do I say this? I think, depending on what the question is, I'd be glad to help. Regardless, it could be a charting thing. It can be maybe, I wouldn't say portfolio management, but if you have a question about how you structure your portfolio about trading, I can help you with that. I'll give you my perspective of what I do. If you guys have any questions about psychological stuff, how to become dead inside, when do you usually stream? I'm gonna be honest. I'm new to this. I do not have a set schedule. Ideally, in the long term, I would like to. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That's just the goal. I'm not trying to sit here and make clickbaity titles. I don't want to sit and try to just gain a bunch of views and followers. I mean, in the long run, that'd be nice. I do want to eventually. Joshua, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. You miss all the fun, all the TA, all the bullshitting that I like to just do and just. I want to be able to talk to you guys like if you're sitting right next to me. That's the goal. We're all sitting there at the table having a beer, talking about Bitcoin trading. That's the goal. No clickbaity titles. So, hopefully I get to talk to you guys more. The schedule for the stream, that is a good question. There is no schedule, unfortunately. If you're in Kite's Discord, I will try to put up a reminder. You did, Josh. It's okay though. I'm sure I'm gonna put this on YouTube. If you guys want to watch back in, but it's there's a lot. Just me giving me my thoughts, and there's kind of a lot of white noise and BS in between. But there is no schedule. I keep trying to answer this question. No schedule, but I will do my best to. I will try my best to figure out a set schedule. I'm gonna try to stream maybe twice a week, at least once, especially when something good's happening. But for those who are in the Discord with Kite, I will let you guys know when I'm gonna stream for a little bit and try to give you guys a heads up. Until I come up with a schedule, if you guys like watching me. But until then, it's just kind of in the air. Alright, GZ, how did you learn the ABC method and what other strategies do you use? Good question. So, Kite recommends the case for modification of R.N. Elliott wave theory. Please, read that book. I did not read the book. Johnny, you made it. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I personally did not read it. And Kite yells at me every single time I tell him I didn't finish it. There's only a couple times he's yelled at me, but I'm gonna be honest. I need to sit down, whether I need to find a way to focus, because I gave that book a good shot. I got about maybe 10-15 pages in, and my eyes were hurting. My head was hurting. It's a lot of math, but Kite did a very good job of simplifying it and breaking it down into a structured, let's say, a set of rules and structure you need to follow. If you need help with the ABC method, I can help you with that. Throughout my trading career, I first used support and resistance. Then once I learned support and resistance, I started incorporating RSI and using divergences and using divergence trading as my, I guess, part of my next strategy. After that, messed around with LA wave theory a little bit. Kind of got the basics of that. Was I good at it? I understand it enough, but it's too complex to make a consistent strategy with. And that's the reason why I don't really recommend it for mostly anyone. Unless you have years of experience or you want to take the time to really learn it, I don't recommend you using it because it's very hard to make a strategy off of it. Yeah, that is a valid concern when it comes to traditional LA wave theory. I mean, it's also that concern could also be applied. My advice for you is to go back and figure out, how do I say this? Figure out trends. All LA wave is based off trends and patterns. If you can figure that out and figure out a good starting point, you kind of have to go back starting with the macro. And then from there, you can get a bigger count and then work your way down. Your counts get more smaller, more, not simplified, but more specific. And that's always the hardest part. Because if you're wrong, you have to go back and readjust your count. And by the time you finish readjusting your count, there's 20 different options you can come up with. And that's my issue with LA wave theory, traditional LA wave theory. ABC method does a very, very good job of giving you a short list that's concise and allows you to look for the same structures over and over and over again. And there's going to be certain scenarios, certain cases where it does not work out. But you'll understand once you see it, you learn to play it, you'll be surprised. And that's why I stick to this method, because it took me some time to learn it, but once I understood the ideas behind it and how to spot it better, my positions have gotten very good. Johnny, thanks again for stopping by, saying what's up. Appreciate you. But yeah, Josh, if you GZ. But besides that, that's really it. I didn't really use MACD. I used to use MACD for a little bit, but in that order: support and resistance, then incorporating RSI using the plain divergences. From there, LA wave theory, and then now ABC method. And that's, I don't see anything else that I can see myself doing for now. I'm always open to ideas, but to me, the idea of the ABC method has been one of the best methods in my opinion so far. It allows me to actually come up with, besides using support and resistance and plotting good risk reward ratio trades, that's allowed me to really sit down and come up with a system that makes good and consistent sense. That is the most important part: consistency. So about that, there was a time where I did trade full time, but it ran into some hiccups. I'm actually trying to buy a home, my first home, and mortgage companies don't like when you just quit your job to go trading full time. So I had to work things out, and I'm fortunately still working a job as of right now. But once I purchased my home, appreciate easy. Once I purchased my first home and get more established and move and get that together, I plan on going back full time again. But just for the sake of not having to start all over again, pretty much to get a mortgage, I decided to stay at my job until I can get a house, and I'm in the process of doing that. So I would say soon. Pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah, the rules are so stupid. Like I put in my 2 weeks. A couple days later, I I got connected with a loan officer, and we're going over. Appreciate it, man. It's tough. It's stressful. I haven't even gotten accepted on an offer yet, and it's been a headache. I've been looking seriously for the past 6 months. And Eric, if you're still in here, you know what it's like. House prices here are insane. And so I'm not looking for anything crazy. Something for me and my girlfriend. Where I don't think we're gonna have kids. I don't plan on having kids or anything. So I'm probably gonna buy something that I'm gonna stick to for a while. If not, it's small enough where I can rent it out. Yeah, right. If that was the case, I have an 800 all day. Don't mind the debt. Just look at the crypto skills. Look at my trading portfolio. I'm good. I swear, I'm good. If that was the case, imagine if income wasn't a how do I say this? Well, obviously income is important, but what if they based it just off pure your like technical abilities on trading? I'd be looking for mansions in the Hollywood Hills. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that good. I'm not that good, guys. It's the best case scenario. I told Kai move in with him. When he buys his land, tell him just let me pitch a tent in the backyard. Jokes. So yeah, once I figure out this whole house situation, if he's suckers in the face. So what's your work history like? ABC. ABC. What? Yeah. Been ABC. Okay, you're approved. Up to $5.5 million. Okay. It's like a shack here where I live. But Kite Compound 5000. That's the name of the trading algorithm. Kite Compound 5000. It's their bot. ABC bot. So soon. Trading full time soon. Back to me trading full time soon. Especially if this plays out. Man, I wish I caught that long. Hold on. This is gonna piss me off now. I might have a chance. Alright. Let me just set up this limit because I'm staring at the chart, and I have a feeling that if I don't set this up ahead of time, it's gonna be a problem. I'm telling you, Ruben, so many times I've told Kite, I said, well, he's the one who came up with. You know how they have like the YouTube, like the content creators will have like their own house, like the Nelk Boys and all that. I'm telling him we should have a hedge fund, but kind of turn it into like a trading house kind of idea. I think that'd be freaking amazing. Might not get a lot of views, but people who are in the space will definitely, I think, find that pretty cool in my opinion. Just have a bunch of Joe Schmoes, a bunch of schmucks, and their own little offices, cubicles, like all have green screens, lights everywhere. Just talk about trading. I think ABC Algo would work on a higher time frame. Yeah. The only issue I can see with that is sometimes too many variations might throw it off, if that makes sense. So like if you have one idea, let's say the algorithm finds an ABC for you, unless you're talking about like smaller ones, you know, something like this. Let me click that. Something like that. I just think is that the human eye and you finding ABCs yourself would be a lot better. I think you could sit there and definitely play moves slightly ahead of the game or slightly ahead of time, but you can't sit here and plan 6 months to 2 year cycles of every single point. I think if you have a slight edge of or a slight idea of where markets can go, you can set up bots to look for trend breaks, higher highs or lower lows. That's just me. I still wouldn't do it though. I think finding something that's maybe a different strategy that can be a little bit more passive or something that's less strict on the rules, if that makes sense. That's my thought process. Wow, I've been streaming for an hour and 42 minutes. I literally plan on coming for 20 minutes and just get ready to go to bed because I'm like falling asleep. I think it's cool. Just I can see why Kite likes doing this so much. Well, yeah, I think he does like it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna set this limit up. I've also been waiting on. I don't know if any of you guys like music or into instruments or anything, but I've been looking for a specific guitar. I've had my eyes on it. I've been trying to get one for 2 years. It was a limited edition. There's a limited edition guitar that had limited production. There's only a certain amount made, and the retail on it was about $800. Nothing crazy. And at the time, I had no money, nothing. So $800 was a lot. And I never really thought about saving up to get one because at the time I was trying to save everything I had towards buying crypto. Which in hindsight, I was like, it's going to be around for longer. Once I have money, it'll be fine. Of course, everything pops off. I'd start doing really well, and then they stop production. So what I have to do is I have to go on Reverb and other websites where people can sell instruments and other music stuff and sit there and just look every day. And I'm telling you, I check Reverb for this guitar for like, I would say at least once a day, if not twice. Jackson, Mississippi. That was this morning. I was looking for it twice a day, once minimum, at least twice. One time I had a chance to buy it, but didn't have my money lined up in my account yet. So by the time I went to go transfer my funds from one of my wallets to cash out to buy it, gone. It was on there for maybe half an hour. I was like, of course. And that was about 4 months ago. And I was in the middle of work, stuff was happening, couldn't focus, couldn't get things right, and it's heartbreaking. Funny sequence of events. I went to my first show that I went to in a while. The band that I like listening to, the rhythm guitar singer of the guitar that I wanted to get, that's very confusing. Basically, the guy who has the guitar that made limited productions of it, their band played. He brought it out. I saw it again in person. I'm like, fuck, I love this thing. Got home, checked Reverb. It was on sale. There was one for sale. I spent over twice the price of retail. Luckily I had my money lined up this time and purchased it before I went to bed. And I was like, holy crap. I spent almost $2,000 on a guitar. It's the most expensive purchase I had in a while. But I check it every 5 minutes. It's scary because I'm afraid that something's going to happen. Anyway, let's set this limit order. I need to go to bed. Let's set this at 15-minute. How far are we from there? About 1%. So I'm setting a limit. I'm going to take it off this one. So I'm going to try to get a position off of BTC. 42,332. That's an Aave. Aave Perpetual. Jesus Christ, man. I see that my P&L on BTC from home this short. So I'm short from 50 to 275. In case those you were wondering. You can't make this up. I got in. Here. That's all I'm going to say. Much as I want to cash it out, BTC was in the region it was very close to the 0.441. So, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper. But how cool would that be if I was able to short the exact top and BTC went back down to 29K? I tell you what, if BTC went back to 20, I literally would make my year's salary at work. That's all I'm going to say. Now that I actually have cash available to trade this a little bit more. I was having an issue where I wouldn't have that much margin available to trade with, because I had a decent amount of it locked up. I didn't want to put too much on Bybit. So now that I have more margin available, I'm just going to try to play this a little bit more. 42.3. 42.350. Do that. 42.350. Right? Yeah, 42.350. 1 point. What was it? 1 point. Shit. 0.5. 0.5. 227. I don't want that. 113. 0.75. 170. I think I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna do a little more. 0.85. There's the only thing that sucks about doing this on your phone. I don't know if you guys trade on your phones or not. For me, it's just I'm just so used to it because I'm never by my computer. Try to figure out your margin sizes and all that. I want to set a limit. Actually, shit, 42.350. Uh, 42.350, 0.85, 193.87, 197. Oh, come on. It's going to be this exact. 200. So 42.350. So now we'll see if I wake up to this tomorrow. $42.350 once per bar. Making sure the sound's on. Create. How does that look when I zoom out? Yep. Cool. Alright, guys. I really do. Like, it's awesome that you guys were able to pop by and say hi, what's up, even if you didn't stay for a long time. I really do appreciate it, guys. You guys are the OGs. everyone. Jeezy, thank you for subscribing, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you for chit chatting with me as well. Ruben, you're an OG. You the man. I appreciate you a lot. It's you make me laugh, man. Call me a market maker. I think it's hilarious. Joshua, I just got a notification for you as well. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Of course. Hopefully, like if I think it's cool you guys are tuning into this. I didn't think I was gonna have anyone. I thought I was gonna be talking to myself. I think it's pretty cool you guys are hanging out though. Definitely want to come back and do this again. It's fun. It's really fun. Be safe. Be ready for another pullback. I don't think this is over. I can just sit here and talk all day. So, yeah, Josh, let's go. Stoked for more. I am too, man. I appreciate. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be wanting to do this. I mean, I plan on starting anyway. But you guys are seriously like my core group. I really appreciate you. I can't even describe it, man. I really can't. Everyone, thank you for stopping by. All right, I'm gonna head out because I'm gonna keep saying bye forever and ever and ever. All right, where can I end this thing? Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. I'll figure out my own thing. I'm not gonna steal Kite's outro. All right, guys. Have a good night.